Hi, welcome to Arty Crafty Alchemy. Today I am going to be working with the Most Wonderful Time collection from the Reject Shop. It's also a Rosie's Studio collection, which I didn't know when I did my last Rosie's order, or I would have bought more of the collection when I was on there. It's just that I have quite a few Christmas collections to get through this year, so I decided I wasn't going to buy it and I'd wait and see what the Reject Shop got. Because of the way they've been doing things and moving stuff around and rebranding things, I wasn't actually sure that it would be a Rosie's collection. Otherwise, I would have grabbed more of the extra bits than I did, but what I did grab was the stamp set, and I already have that out because I have used it on a card in a video you may have already seen or may not. It depends on what people voted to see first. And then I also got the chipboard embellishments. I would have got the journaling cards and a few other things as well. So the journaling cards are now a lot more expensive than they were. They used to be around $5 on Rosie's for 40 cards. Now it's about the same price for half the amount, but their ephemera packs do still have 2 of everything in it instead of only 1. I am going to go and try and design a few cards, probably not as many cards as I did for the Aussie Christmas one, but I needed lots of them and time is of the essence tonight, so I need to get my budding gear and get creating it. I don't know if this is focusing on the paper or the cat. I feel like it is focusing on the cat, so I might have to see if I can move her. I just fed her so she wouldn't get in the way, but she's got a mind of her own tonight, so she may be around quite a bit. Anyway, I am going to sort out some cards. I've already started on this one. I just don't know where it's going yet. And I will come back and make them with you. I used the Most Wonderful Time stamps, and I stamped a row of fully stamped trees, and then I double stamped for the background, and I moved the trees over a little bit, so I actually did both sides. If I did this again, I would actually make sure the join was in the middle, and I took a scrap piece and laid it on the side so I wouldn't go too far over and it would stay a little squared. Then I took the tree sticker and a little bit of Holiday Magic sticker, and I used a paper rose stitched rectangle and then mounted that on a green piece of cardstock on my card base. Now, I did have a finished one of these, but who knows where it's disappeared to. Gonna have to fly blind with this one. Most of the cards that I'm making actually have a counterpart that I've already made for this one. Working on trying to use as much of collection as I could. Okay, we don't want to stick it upside down. There is a slight little bit of gap, but that's okay. It's going to get covered up, and I need to trim off the top. If you can hear the birds, I apologise. They're really loud tonight. Well, really loud this morning. It is currently 5 AM. I'm going to add glue around the edges. Make sure you hit those corners. This is 2 paper rose dies stacked together. And I just try and start at one edge. Get it in place before I press it down. Because I'm using Kmart card bases, they are a smidge short. That's why the overhang, that is a Kmart fault, not a paper rose. I forgot to add tape on the back of that. This is my second video filmed at the moment, and I forgot to add tape to a lot of things. I actually meant to check it before I started this video, but best laid plans and all that, I totally forgot. There's a Merry and Bright card. Who knows where the other one is? And a kitty's come to join us and be a pain in my bottom and probably bite me. The next card is this Wishing You Peace, Love and Joy. I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to add the strip. Actually going to hang that a little off the bottom on that side just because it is a little out of shape. Grab the Tim Holtz trimmer, and I'm just going to trim this end bit off. I'm going to add on my little trees, and then the tree with foam tape behind it. You really are being a pain, kitty. Next I have the Peace, Love and Joy, and that one's done. Next is this card. I wasn't sure what to do with this paper. It has the antlers and poinsettia, so I just took the jumper with the pink deer in it and added them. I have to corner around that on large and corner around this one on large. Just going to add a tiny bit of extra tape in there, and I am cutting this all the way up to the side. And before I stick that down, I need to find the stamp. I have this Hero Art stamp set. I have no idea what it's called. It is CL722. I'm going to do this with a stamp block, and I've got some archival ink, and I'm going to stamp that down and make sure I give it good pressure. Perfect. Then I am going to find my ovals. I used a Nellie Snellen oval. Now I've just got to line it up. And I'm just going to tape that down. I have my bug and Kitty needs to move. I used a thinner tape, so I'm going to use that again just so they're at different heights. Looks about right to me. I'm going to stick this down. Now I'll add the antlers, and that one's done. Next, I guess this one doesn't have a counterpart. I've just used some scrap papers. This one needs to go on the bottom, and then this one needs to go on the top. There's going to be a slight gap, but it doesn't matter. Next, I'm going to add the gold strip in the middle. Going to trim this tiny bit off, make sure I can open the card, grab my paper trimmer, so the flower goes over to the side. I only made these the day before yesterday and I've already forgotten how I made them. I had to look on my phone. Put a little bit of glue on and stick these under. I swear I already made one of these, just don't know where it went. I'm missing a couple of cards, and then the holly, and I have this double leaf, and finally this single leaf, and then I have this It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year from the die cuts as well, and that one's done. Next we have this super simple bridge one. I'm going to add the gold strip, again use my paper trimmer to trim that down. This time I'm actually going to trim the bottom of the houses a little, get rid of some of that white border, and I've been lax on the tape. For this one I'm going to add some glue to the peaks of the houses as well, just to hold them down because the ones on the other card are coming up a little. Put the row of houses on. I've moved the houses over a little too far for the stamp from the stamp set. I have this other craft store / Rosie's one. Realistically, this doesn't even have to be a Christmas card, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to stick this one in upside down, pick it up, hang up again with Kaivel. That one is done. I have another one of these too. I don't know where it is. I'm missing quite a few cards. Okay, and I'm missing some pieces of this one. Don't know what I've done with some of these cards. Oh, I think maybe I put some of them in the shop already. I forgot to take photos of them, so that doesn't help. I love this Christmas recollection set. I have the 'Tis the Season to Be Fabulous stamp. I'll bring back my scrap card, some archival. I can fit 'Tis the Season to Be Fabulous in the smallest Nellie Snellen die. I need to add some cardstock behind this, so I will just trim it down. Doesn't matter that there's stamping on the back, it's just me messing up. I had to go again, so now I'm recycling that cardstock. Make this stronger. I've taken one of the picture die cuts and I've added some of the wood grain paper behind it, and I'm adding on my bear. Now I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of that. Should have done this before I added the bear. I think I worked out for the price I need to pay for foam tape, it's actually more economical for me to buy sheets of foam from the reject shop and just cut them into the shapes I need, as there are 12 A4 sheets. I fully expect my camera to run out at some point. Oh my goodness, I didn't even tape this one. The only reason I know which way these bundles of leaves go is because they have a ribbon on top. Doing the corner to corner to try and line this up. Adding some glue to the back of our bear. And then I'm going to add on the sentiment. Okay, put that one aside to dry. And next, again, this one is in the shop. Butting this up against the folded side. And I'm going to add a gold strip. Just trim that bit off. Paper trimmer the other side off. I'm going to glue on this little deer. I've risen up the ephemera sentiment and it says, wishing you a Merry Christmas. Next I have this flower one. I just need to put a sentiment in the corner. So I've added that on there. I think I will stamp peace and joy to you and yours. Going to need my stamp platform. Pick that up, make sure that's all up in the corner. Then I'm going to use my powder tool. I have my Versamark. And that is not straight. Maybe. Okay, I think I can hide that under there. So let's grab a scrap of something. This is just a letter. Gotta go for it. Battery's about to die any second. My camera died just as I'd stamped sentiment and I had to throw the embossing powder on it and heat it up so that the cat didn't mess it up. And then I rubbed over it with a soft cloth to get all the powder off. I'm just going to trim these ends off to go on a glue hunt. Okay, let's see if we can cover this up right there. I'll probably have to spin it around again to find that spot, but I'm just putting glue in the center. I'm starting with the panel. I'm going to trim off the excess. I have my ornaments up on 3 levels and I didn't leave a spot to overlap them. I've grabbed the Celebrate the Season stamp. I'm on a time crunch, so I'm just going to wing it. Wish me luck. This last one is on double foam, just so that I can have those 3 layers. There we go, that one's finished. Next we have this beautiful bird. I'm hoping I've already stamped that. No, I need to find that stamp. I'm adding a red base to my card and then I'm going to glue on this panel to the card base. It is Poppycraft Stitched Lattice Rectangle die. I need some foam, adding some glue to the foam. These again are the Nellie Snellen ovals. Add my little bird. I'm going to glue on his little feet and tail. And then I'm going to add the sentiment. And finally, I need to center the panel. Add my gold strips. Trim them off with the paper trimmer. I need to add my snow globe. The first card had a rectangle, and I didn't even take a proper photo of it. But I'm going to add a circle to this one. This is the same stamp I used before. May the beauty of the season bring you joy. Loosen up some of the bits of scraps I've got about. Add some glue. Now I'll add some glue to the back of the snow globe. That is the final card. A little recap. The stamped card, the wreath that says Merry and Bright, 2 ornament cards. One says Merry Christmas with the stickers and the other says Celebrate the Season with the stamp. 'Tis the season to be fabulous, the bear in his frame. Merry Christmas house and wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the stickers. Get your Merry on, needs a gem. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Wishing you a merry little Christmas. Peace and joy with the other flower. and that's the same as that one. 2, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Little Robin Redbreasts. The one I just made, May the Beauty of the Season Bring You Joy. Wishing you peace and love, trees. And then finally the jumpers with the reindeer and poinsettias. And again it says May the Beauty of the Season Bring You Joy. Hope you enjoyed this look at the Most Wonderful Time collection. Didn't make as many as some of the other collections as I'm waiting for the journaling cards. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.